are chopping silage today. I think Mom got some footage early on. We're just getting close to wrapping up the first bag, get her swapped over, and we'll do a second one. So we're doing a 10-foot bag. I don't think it's going to be quite 200 feet long. It's probably going to be 170 feet, which is fine. And then we'll put the second bag right here. So they're working away at it here. I think they take a round or two or wagon load out of the field, and then they do another wagon load out of this stuff that was planted in June. Try and use that up. Honestly, don't know how it is for moisture, what the ears of corn look like. Like this stuff is, this cob anyways, is looking like damn near perfect. I'll have to look on the camera and see what Mom got as far as footage. So, for being planted in June, that's not a bad year. And I'd say we just about perfect on milk line. No idea on the yield, because I have no idea how many acres they cut. We'll kind of know that once we get done chopping. So I'm hoping I get the drone up later this afternoon. I think we're gonna switch the bag and have lunch, and then get started back up here after lunch. Well, it's a beautiful day. You wouldn't think first week of October you'd be cutting corn silage in sunny weather. We'll get some review from the field, see what Jordan thinks. It's all bad, he says. It's all bad. Getting everything shined up, because apparently the April planted corn sounds like dry shelled corn going into the bagger. Yeah, we've just been mixing the wet stuff in with the dry stuff. But it should get a little greener. I think that wheat stubble really pulled the moisture out of the corn and shut it down early. We saw that in the dry beans. And I think as we get further into the field, it should be a little bit moister. But feeding beef cows, it's not the end of the world. Honestly, a little dryer's better on them when you're pushing them so hard on those high energy diets. Alright, we're just getting ready to finish filling the bag. First bag anyways. So you can see the corn here out of that dry silage. Pretty much black layered whole corn. So it shall be interesting to see how that ensiles. It looks like they're finishing up the bag with some wetter stuff, so hopefully that packs in there and kind of seals it up. Alright, I've been tasked with Should have moved a few more things around. There we go. I better pay attention and not wreck anything. If you guys have ever seen inside of a bagger, but it comes in the top, and then this thing grinds it up and packs it into the bag. So on other people do silage, they either blow it up in the silo and use the weight of other silage to pack it down, or they use a tractor. This thing just runs off to PTO, and then the cable's on the side right here, hook up to that backstop, and it pushes against itself, and you set the tent or your packing pressure. There's a disc brake on the other side, and you leave the tractor in neutral, and then it packs the feed in perfectly. So you don't necessarily with a bag need the same amount of moisture content in it to get a good pack, but you do get, because it'll pack so tight in there, and that's what keeps it fresh and push all the oxygen out of it. So there's this bag. So it looks like we could have filled it a lot more, but in all honesty, there's not that much extra there because we like to seal the bag up. So you only fill it about 180, 175 feet, and we figure we got about 165 in there. So we're 20 feet short, but it is what it is. It's still gonna be lots of feed in there. With it being drier silage, you actually don't have to feed it as much because you're not feeding a lot of water weight. So this will be a year's worth for sure, and we're probably carrying 3 or 4 months carryover. So it's gonna be perfect. This stuff's gonna be perfectly ensiled before we start feeding it. And then that's kind of how you got to figure on silage. The first time you ever chop silage, you got to figure about 15 or 16 months worth of silage, so that when you start the next year to cut silage, you've got fermented feed, so your cattle, you're not trying to adjust rations and feed fresh corn silage. So yeah, that pad's big enough. Next year we'll be able to have a bag. This bag will be left here, and we'll just put 2 more bags beside it to the south of it, and we should be good to go. Oh! I think we got to slide it this way a little bit. All right, we should be ready to go. We'll rally the troops.
Clay's better than the sand and gravel.
Yeah.
I think in spots like this, it's just right.
Yeah, I should have ran over more corn with the sprayer then.
I should have, or I would much prefer it too dry.
Yeah.
Because it goes sour there.
Well, and getting them to, well, if it's wetter or whatever, they...
Oh, that was
This stuff was planted after midnight. I got home from a service call and I had to started planting here, so the rows are a little suspect.
Yeah, that was in the spring. We thought, well, it's going to be another wet summer.
Yeah.
Actually, that thing's a little different.
Well, what I would have done differently is the corn I got planted down at Highbury, the 107 day. If I knew it was going to be this droughty and dry, I should have planted that longer day stuff here at home, because it's still nice and green.
Diapers, I heard the corn is really actually not good. It died. You had more rain here than we had, Heather.
Yeah. Yeah, there looks like a lot of grain content in the silage. Well, there you go. I got some sights and sounds. I'm gonna go get the drone up. It looks like we have changed tractors. I'm gonna guess the 1256 didn't like that big bagger. It probably didn't have enough power to really pack, I guess, or it was starting to get hot. We'll get some updates from them when I get around there. That thing takes horsepower to pack, and likely with how dry it is that we'd want to really pack it. I'll go see what happened. Got the drone up. It's lots windy, but most of the kernels are cracked, and we've got lots of. It's not dry, it's not wet, but kernels are cracking. I think they're getting this bag packed a lot better. We had some tractor troubles. The old 1256 was getting a little hot because it's like 30 degrees out today, and abnormally warm for chopping silage at this time. But got a few more loads in the big field, and then I think we're going to finish it off with the corn in the little field, hay field. And I think he's only got, I don't know if he'd be at 20 acres cut or chopped yet. So we'll see how much more we can get fit in. We can't fill the bag as full because we got to be able to get the tractor and bagger unhooked from the bag. So we just got 200-foot bags. Could have maybe saved a little bit of money, or honestly, if we had moved this dirt pile here, we would have been further ahead. We could have filled two 200-foot bags, but we're gonna have lots of feed there because it's lots of grain in there, so we actually can't feed. Your feed use rate will actually go down because it'll have so much energy in it, which will save on dry corn. But it's going pretty good. It'd be nice to have that done, bag sealed up, and we'll be in good shape. And based on the way the corn looks in the silage there, corn harvest is only a couple days away yet. So I'd go over and get some more footage of the bagger working, but she's loud over there. We'll definitely have to blow the rad out of the 210. Alright, I'm just in the bagger here as we're getting to the end here. Just doing the last load there. In the, what we called the little, where we had the hay and then we planted the corn in June. They're just going to finish up with that perfect moisture stuff. So we get that packed tight and it kind of seals up the bag that much better. and then we'll be done chopping silage. I don't know how many tons we chopped, because a lot of it was super dry stuff, so it's hard to say how many tons. A lot of the stuff is theoretical based, so hopefully we got lots of feed. I think we will. I'm not too worried about being short of feed, because we also are going to be feeding a lot of cattle, especially in 12, probably in 6-7 months we'll have a lot on feed. So hopefully what we've got for carryover is long enough to get this stuff fermented well, and then we'll start feeding out of here. It'd be nice if we can get through the bags fairly quick, just on the fact that get the yard space back. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but we're almost to the end here. Alright guys, that pretty well wraps up corn silage. Joe and I moved some dry corn into the feed bin, so that we got dry corn to grind feed, not tomorrow but the next day. But we figured, well, the yard wasn't a sloppy mess, we'd get that done. Fingers crossed we get a bit of rain. Be nice to have a rain, get a bit of a reset, catch up on, fix some stuff that maybe needs some attention, and put some moisture back into some beans. Man, have they been dry. But anyways, that'll pretty well wrap up this video. If you guys like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep her between the ditches.